Hi all, I took a pistol-mounted optics instructor class with Jared Reston very recently. It was a 2-day class. It was a contract class that we put on for some of the local agencies, since several of the local agencies in my area are going to transition to optics on their pistols. Jared Reston, if you're not familiar with him, he's a retired sheriff's deputy from Jacksonville, Florida. His sheriff's office that he worked for was a full-service sheriff's office. He was on their SWAT team, so when it came to warrant service, doing police work, he was in the thick of that. He has extensive experience and extensive real-world experience, so if you have seen anything about him online, and there's a lot of information available about him, he's a knowledgeable individual and he knows what he's doing. Both real world and kind of esoterically. He's been shooting pistol-mounted optics since 2010, and so he's got a lot of experience there as well. The class really kind of went back and forth between talking about a fundamental and then how that fundamental relates to optics equipped pistol, and then shooting a drill to kind of emphasize that fundamental. And that was the first day. So he really kind of hammered a lot of nuance and a real deep dive on fundamentals, which I appreciated. I think those things are sometimes overlooked when we start to try and go faster. We spent a lot of time at 25 yards, but we did go up close. We worked with some speed drills. The second day we did speed things up. We did obviously what you would expect out of a pistol-mounted optics class. We did dot down drills and what to do when things are not what you're expecting when you attempt to relocate your dot. Jared was funny, approachable, personable, not ego-driven. He's not a guy who beats his chest. He certainly talked about his experiences when he didn't do the right thing or things weren't exactly perfect or even far from perfect. I think that if you're interested in anything in the science of shooting, he would definitely be a good guy to take a class with. He did tell us that he actually appreciated doing tactics more than, I think, basic techniques or fundamentals, but he was certainly very comfortable in that venue. Feedback was across the board excellent, so I'd love to take a class with him again. If you have the opportunity to take a class with him, like I said, I would recommend it. I'm not going to go into like crazy detail about everything he did. I mean, that's his program. But it was 2 full days. We did a lot of shooting, came close to the projected 1,000 rounds for those 2 days. So it was a valuable class and a worthwhile class. It was a good tune-up. There were some good shooters in that class, and I think even those guys got some things from that class. There were some people who were a little more on the, I don't want to say beginner side, but let's just say not quite as experienced, and I watched them come up. Like I saw their skills come together and improve as the class went on. And I think especially when you talk about people who've been shooting for a long time and they're kind of set in their ways, for Jared to be able to break through that and get them to shoot in different ways was encouraging. I really enjoyed seeing that as well. So I don't want to make this video too long, but guys, really enjoyed his class. I know that if there's a class you want from him that is not currently on his website, he is amenable to doing classes that aren't on that schedule, because he does a lot of contract work and a lot of private classes. So if there's something you want out of him that you're not seeing, I'm pretty sure if you email him, he'll get back to you with a yay or nay and all the supporting data. When I went to contact him, he was super responsive. I did not experience that same level of responsiveness from some other vendors, so that was also quite encouraging. Jared, if you're watching this, I appreciate the class a lot, and hopefully we'll see you again soon. And guys, if you enjoy my videos, as always, like, subscribe, the YouTube usual. I'll talk to you soon.
Get him, Jay.